Hello, hang on. Some coffee. Damn. Sorry about the delay. I have a training in the United States, so I'm in the studio teaching them to increase the lactate threshold that they're working on with the guys up in the north in Stryn, Timo Hjelmeset and the others. Super fun, and that's going to benefit you too. So, but today we're going to talk about a little bit more information on how we work with the brain first and how we can integrate more the 360 band breathing. So most people treat the output, but we know how to find the source. And the source is important for you, so you can learn how to find it by yourself. And if a client, you, for example, or me or another, can't find the balance, or their pain doesn't match their imaging, their brain doesn't match their imaging, that's important, or they do everything right and still don't progress, then it is tempting to push harder. Myers call it press and pray, and maybe try a new drill or add another layer. But here's what the most advanced practitioners understand, and that I'm going to teach you. There are 8 neurological levels that control every movement in your body. If you are not testing them every day, you're guessing. If your therapist, doctor are not testing them, they are guessing too. Huge problem. So, the receptors. Can the brain even feel what the foot is doing? We have peripheral nerves. Are the communication lines, the big telephone cables, are they intact? The spinal cord. Is sensory input actually being integrated? We talked about integration before, right? And the cerebellum back here. How is the system managing coordination and timing? And the brainstem. Is there an autonomic threat state limiting output? Input, interpretation, output. And the thalamus. What information is being prioritized or filtered away? We have the insula. How is the brain interpreting internal body states? And the cortex. Are higher centers even aware of the dysfunction? Or do they have the wrong idea about the dysfunction? Each level can be the reason you are stuck, or I am stuck, or a friend is stuck, or a client is stuck. But unless you know that I know that you know how to look for and what to look for, you will never find it. That's exactly why we're using more of a teaching model like this, like I do in the States now. A step-by-step map. It's a map for decoding pain and optimizing performance. It's a map. We have Anatomy Trains map, how the body is integrated, connected together for real, in a true sense, so you can make sense of it all relative to tensegrity, and then a map inside your brain. For example, the motor strip or homunculus. And we have a map system, the grid cells. That's actually a Nobel Prize in Medicine 2014. Seems like nobody in Norway knows what that is about. Anyway, when we are teaching you, learn or everything, we always start by the breathing. And breathing is very misunderstood, mystified, and a lot of magic in it. There's no magic at all with the breathing. It's a sophisticated mechanism, though, that is interesting to teach people how to integrate with something so interesting as an atmosphere. By inhaling air, it's gases, we can transform those gases to energy. That's insanely awesome. And then we integrate with sunlight. So we can, for example, produce cholesterol, vitamin D3, and so forth. And also energy. It's like we are a meat-eating plant that can walk. Anyway, getting carried away. We have a lot of fun on the trainings. We work a lot with evolution and humor. And then we compare our evolutionary superpowers, traits that made it's possible to survive 300,000 years ago, when I talk about the Savannah boot camp, and put into our very comfortable society. Anyway, the idea with this little lecture for you is to heighten your understanding of how far sapiens have come to understand what is pain and what you can do to optimize performance. And I talk about optimizing performance, not in the craze that they have on TikTok and Instagram of optimizing this and that. It's performance relative to what sport you are doing. Your sport is life, like mine. You are filming, working with high performance and tight schedules, deadlines, pressure. Everything has to work out. It's really not good that you cannot maneuver and modulize and rewire your pain and have great strategies even if you are in pain, so you can have less pain and still perform. The breathing, 360 band breathing, is a strength training, but it also gives you a contact with the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve / breathing, you can put that in Google, and then you see that a lot of people who gives away free stuff on YouTube, but the point is you regulate the stress response very effectively with 360 band breathing. Is the new belly breathing, so don't breathe with the belly. That's not a good idea. When we add next idea, next concept, introduce to you a Navy SEAL hack. And this is a strength training exercise tool that I love. And I've used this for myself for many, many years. It doesn't cost so much. I'm going to give you a link. And when you now have black belt in 360 band breathing, you know that you're breathing in your back. Then you add this. That's a set. You start light. Breathe light to breathe right. It's extremely important for people who have back pain, neck pain, stress pain, whatever pain, to take control over your breathing. If you can't control your breathing, you can't control anything in your life. But to understand that there's muscles, core muscles, rib muscles, chest muscles, pelvic floor muscles, diaphragm muscles, and neck muscles that has to integrate to offload the spine, but also giving back your VO2 max performance and increase the lactate threshold. You have to have muscles that expand the rib cage 360, up, down, side, all over. It's called omni breathing. You breathe with your whole body while you are performing, because this is a cool thing. You use this is a training. This is a training day, training area, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, or when you're watching a movie or in the shower, you have it. So you can do contextual breathing. It means that I can do whatever movement I want on a snowboard, skateboard, dart, video game, dancing, salsa. I suck at salsa, but I breathe contextual, so I can breathe in the same manner here. With the same force, without losing focus on what I'm doing. That is contextual breathing. As an example, if I work with skiers or like I do basketball, I teach them to move without changing the force and the flow of the breathing. You're supposed to be able to, oh, here, I can breathe here. Yeah, what about here? What about here? Without changing the pressure and stability in the back. So, 360 band breathing, brain science, the 8 receptor sites in the brain. And you don't have to remember anything, I will remind you, but knowing that the idea of 360 band breathing, and this is a start to optimize performance in the brain. So you can, for example, hinge and drop to, as I guess, be close to the camera and the art that you are doing. All right, that's it. Hope this was helpful, and see you in the next video and some texting. Bye.